So I'm hoping that you've turned the sound on, not just the closed captioning. You really want to listen to these instructions. You're going to need a few things. You're going to need a pair of scissors, a ruler, a pencil, that printed image that I handed out to you, and a piece of 9 by 12 paper. Absolutely has to be 9 by 12 paper. If you don't have a piece of 9 by 12, you need to push pause and go get one. Perhaps you have a sketchbook, or if you need one, you can come see me and I will give you a piece of 9 by 12 paper. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you have one, and we're going to move forward. The first thing we need to do is very carefully cut this image out. So I'm cutting right along the edge of the picture, but I'm doing my best not to cut any of the color off of the picture. And I just need to make sure you're aware that this is the only time I'm going to print this picture out for you. If you lose it or damage it in some way and need a new one, there will be a digital copy of this image in the classroom, but it's not going to be the same, and you'll need to print a new one out for yourself. All right, and so I've got my image cut out. I've got my scraps. I'm going to set my scraps over here to the side. So next, we need to trim our piece of white paper so it's the same proportion as our printed image. This picture we want to be half the size of the paper. So I measure my image and it is 4.5 inches wide. My paper is 9 inches wide, which means I'm good to go width-wise. Height-wise, this image is 5.5. So I'm going to turn this sideways. So I'm going to put 0 on the edge there. 5.5 times 2 is 11. So I'm going to put a mark at 11. And then I'm going to come up here to the top. 0 is over here. Put a mark at 11. And then using my ruler, I'm going to connect those two marks with the straight line. And I'm not just going to go to the mark. I'm going to go actually right off the paper. And then next, I'm going to cut on that line. Try very hard to stay on the line. Definitely don't want to veer off into the larger section. And then this piece we can throw in the recycling. Turn my paper back around so my portrait is vertical. So I have another trick for you. We're going to divide this white paper into 4 sections. And the trick is this. We're going to put our trimmed image on the paper in the corner, and I'll put a little mark on the white paper there and there. And then if I slide my image over, it should touch here and hit that mark. Then I can put another mark down here. I can slide my image down here again. And it's pretty close to the bottom. I see a tiny, tiny little bit of white, but I'm okay with that. And then I'm going to put a mark here. And I should be able to come over here. And it hits that mark. Okay? Now with those 4 marks, I can connect them vertically and horizontally with straight lines using my ruler. Make sure you're really getting that ruler on there set perfectly before you just throw a line on there. Okay, so I have 4 sections on my white paper. I need 4 sections on this piece of paper. Fold that in half. reversing that fold. So now I have this nice, good, solid, strong crease in my paper. Then I'm going to do the same thing the other direction. So now I have 4 sections. I can easily see. Well, on the camera it's a little hard to see, but I can see them on with my bare eye. So here's what I would like. I would like a photograph of those 2 pieces of paper, one with lines on it, one with the creases in it, sent to me through the Google Classroom. Please and thank you. I can't wait to see them. They need to be there by Tuesday afternoon. Thanks.